Raven is back in Volume 9 of RWBY, or at least she will be. Why? Well, I think that's pretty simple. Firstly, when we last saw Raven back in Volume 5, as soon as her tribe's camp was discovered by Cinder, and therefore by extension Salem, Raven ordered the tribe to pack up their things so that they could relocate. I strongly believe that this was always the plan even if she managed to get the relic. Since however she didn't, it makes even more sense for her to take the tribe to somewhere they can avoid Salem for now. She doesn't specify where they're going to relocate to, as they were still in the presence of Cinder and her cronies. However, I feel like at this point we can pretty easily deduce where she was going, as there weren't really many options left. The land of Remnant is divided into 4 kingdoms. Mistral, which is where the tribe was located in Volume 5, so we can rule that one out as you're not going to relocate to where you already are. Then there's Vale, which would have been a good option maybe many moons ago, but is now currently a complete mess, overrun by Grimm and controlled by Salem after the legendary coup d'etat pulled by Cinder in Volume 3. So yeah, kinda doubt Raven went there. Then there's Atlas, which almost seems less likely to me than Vale if I'm being honest, given that it's a military controlled state in tight lockdown by Ironwood, who was so paranoid about security, he even heavily was embargoing trade to and from the kingdom. Not really the most attractive prospect to a band of mercenaries who respect nobody else's laws other than their own. Plus it's currently overrun by Salem and an unholy amount of Grimm, so even if she was there, yeah, I kinda doubt she still is. That leaves us with only one option, Vacuo, which just so happens to be the setting for Volume 9. Okay, so now you're thinking, so what if she's in Vacuo? Doesn't mean she's going to appear in the season. I mean, what reason would they even have to bring her back? She played her part in the story, she is done. To that I say, no, my friend. They have a very important reason to bring her back. They need her. Think about it. At the end of Volume 8, we bore witness to multiple tragedies, and I mean seriously, it pretty much could not have gone any more wrong. The whole thing was a disaster and Salem took absolutely everything, but most notably, Team RWBY were divided and conquered by Cinder and Neo, ultimately falling into the abyss that they were explicitly told not to fall into. Only Winter got out of that scrap cleanly, having to bear witness to her sister and comrades all falling to their doom. Now, we as the audience know that Team RWBY didn't die after hitting the abyss, but Winter does not. All she knows is what she saw. And what she saw was them falling into a seemingly bottomless abyss of death and despair. So when she exited the pocket dimension, she would relay that tragic news to Team Juniper, Emerald, and Ozpin. Now, Crow we know was still in Atlas at the end of Volume 8, as he and Robin were trying to stop the bomb. After that was resolved, they got away in an Atlas aircraft. I think it's more than likely they'll be going to Vacuo, as Weiss told Winter the evacuation plan, who in turn bumped into Crow and probably filled him in on the details. So, how does this all tie back to Raven? Well, I think it's pretty unlikely Winter would just give up on her sister that easily. Equally, Ozpin would most likely not want to give up on Team RWBY. So, they would have to think of a way to find them or at least verify that they were indeed dead. And while going down that thought process, one key piece of information should immediately spring to the forefront of Ozpin's mind. That being Raven's semblance. As I'm sure you're now all remembering, Raven can create a portal to people she deeply cares about and instantly take her to where they are, as well as vice versa. Meaning, she can open a portal to where Yang is, and by extension the rest of Team RWBY. Team RWBY obviously isn't going to just rot on that island for the rest of their days, and at some point in the season, they're going to get off it. I highly doubt they'll opt to just swim their way across an ocean of unknown lengths back to the mainland. So I personally believe it is a certainty that Raven's semblance will be the method through which they escape. So for that to happen, Winter, Ozpin, and Team Juniper must find Raven. Being Ironwood's second in command, Winter is almost certainly adept at finding and tracking down individuals. If they link up with Crow, whose whole career was monitoring and tracking down threats for Ozpin, I am certain they'll be able to find someone even as elusive as Raven. I mean, Crow has already shown that he can keep tabs on Raven in the past after all. So that is why I think it is a guarantee that we will see Raven again in Volume 9. And honestly, I'm really looking forward to it. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit like if you liked the video. I really want to hit 1,000 subscribers this year. That would be amazing, and that is my goal. So with that said, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.